Welcome to Deadman All-Stars Season 2, the most intense competition in old school RuneScape. 30 of old school's most prestigious creators will have 1 week to build their accounts from scratch on a private Deadman world. They'll then fight for glory in the finale, but alongside who? An absolutely stacked lineup for Season 2 with some competitors of old and some new faces. But what doesn't change is the Deadman All-Stars draft. In Season 2, we have 6 team captains ready to make selections for the following teams. The Dino Nuggets, the Skill Spec Smorks, the B0aty Brawlers, the Odablock Warriors, the Solo Mission Snakes, and the Torvesta Titans. The order of the captains was drawn randomly and came out to give this snake draft board. As we saw last season, so much rides on the draft, captains need to pick to cover all their bases from PvP to PvM and even think about the team's synergy. So yeah, help me out guys, I'm at pick 5. How do you see the first row going? The draft takes place in a few days on the 22nd, and there'll be a video on this channel with the full perspective posted shortly after. It was definitely one of the highlights in Season 1, so make sure you are subscribed to this channel so that you don't miss a thing. After the draft, our 6 teams of 5 have an intense week ahead of them that sees many new changes. The core format is the same as Season 1. Competitors have 1 week to work as a team to build their accounts from scratch. And just to remind you, in Deadman All-Stars, it is very intense. From minute 1, when players leave the starting area, they can be attacked, and if they die, their banks are raided. In Deadman All-Stars, there's no economy. You have to rely on your teammates, almost like Group Iron Man. For example, if you want some black chin chompers, you have to go out and hunt them for yourself, or PK them off an unsuspecting victim. In this Deadman world, XP rates are 15 times with a 6 times drop rate modifier, but our first big change is to talk about the addition of sigils. Sigils are dropped from any monsters across the map and provide the player with very powerful buffs. The sigils in Deadman All-Stars will be the same as the sigils found in Deadman Armageddon. Remember, sigils are untradeable and only usable by the person that receives that sigil as a drop. With over 60 sigils in the game, this spices up Deadman All-Stars. Our competitors will have to be dynamic and think on their feet based on what they get. This will bring a lot more variety in Season 2, especially when it comes to the players' final setups. And yes, sigils can be used in the Deadman All-Stars finale. Sigils also can't be obtained in safe zones, so this change will encourage our players to get out all across Gillinor, killing a variety of monsters where they'll be ripe for the PKing. And on that topic, our next change is the Emblem Trader's Shop. The Emblem Trader now stocks all 3 Deadman trinkets alongside the Dexterous and Arcane Prayer Scrolls. Players spent more time inside the Chambers of Xeric instance than anywhere else in Season 1. Now, every season of Deadman All-Stars should feel a little different, so this change has been made to switch up the gameplay loop and increase player interactions in the open world. More gameplay changes include a new set of questline auto-unlocks. Monkey Madness 1, King's Ransom, and the Legends questline are unlocked on account spawn. Note that this year, the iconic Desert Treasure questline is not included. PKing fans can rejoice in Season 2 as we're about to make the entire Deadman All-Stars experience a lot more dangerous. Let's talk about the PJ timer. Typically in PvP, when a player's in combat with an NPC, they can't be attacked by a PKer. This greatly reduces the amount of areas on the map that it's worth PKing at. In Season 2, any PvP action will override PvM. Just to give a quick example, now a PKer can tag a player off the Barrows Brothers. Yes, the whole map just got a lot scarier, and we're not done there. Unskulled players in Season 2 will now also experience a countdown chatbox teleport timer as if they were skulled. This is another change intended to shift the odds in favor of the aggressor and hopefully bring about more PvP action outside of breaches. Oh, Did I mention breaches there? Yes, of course, breaches will be returning to Deadman All-Stars. Breaches are incredibly high-risk, high-reward events lasting for an increased 20 minutes in Season 2. They'll spawn once per day at 8 PM BST and exclusively in multi-combat. Upon defeating a breach monster, players have the chance to receive the coveted Ancient Warrior equipment or a piece of corrupted weaponry. To incentivize PvP at the breach, attacking a breach monster will now skull the player. This will make it more difficult for our competitors to make it to safety after receiving a drop. And quite possibly the biggest change to breaches is that they now operate on a predictable schedule. Day 1's breach will appear southeast of Zombie Pirates, Day 2 in the Tazar City, Day 3 at Anarkal, Day 4 on Apatol, Day 5 in the middle of the wilderness, Day 6 south in Varlamore, Day 7 north of Betion, and Day 8 at the Rose Castle. Having good breaches is critical to the success of a team in Deadman All-Stars. It's no coincidence that in Season 1, the winners, the Dino Nuggets, had the most breach monsters killed and the most Ancient Warrior weapons in the finale. Speaking of which, welcome to the finale of Deadman All-Stars. Our teams have spent an entire week training their stats from scratch and gathering the best gear they can. In the finale, teams play in matches, where 2 teams of 5 will face off in a series of 1v1s. Within each match, the winner stays on with their current supplies to face the next in line from the opposing team. A team wins when their opposition are completely wiped out. Items can't be shared across players in the finale. Each player must use their own individual setup comprised of weapons and armor achieved in the Deadman All-Stars week. And all competitors will start with a base inventory of 9 hard food and 2 brews. However, in Season 2, there is a twist. Player kills in the competition week now reward the killer with bonus food in the finale. They gain 1 hard food in the finale for their first 3 kills in the week, and if they make it to the 5, 8, or 12 kill milestones, they'll also upgrade a hard food for a brew. This is a highly requested change to the week that rewards aggression and puts PvP at the center of Deadman All-Stars. But if a player dies in the competition week, they will start to lose food from their finale setup. 1 hard food per death for the first 3 deaths, and then another hard food at deaths 5, 7, and 9. Deaths are still punished in this format to make sure that risk is always present in Deadman All-Stars. Taking into account these food changes, the seeding for this finale will also be a lot more PvP focused. The finale bracket in Season 2 will be a group stage with the top 2 teams progressing through to the semis and then through to the final, which will be a best of 3. The finale will be streamed live and hosted by Jagex on the official Old School RuneScape Twitch channel on Sunday the 8th of June, starting at 5 PM BST, midday EST, and 9 AM PST. Last year, we peaked at over 60,000 viewers, which is incredible for Old School and only 6,000 off the all-time record for the game. So I'm going to need every single one of you to show up on Sunday the 8th so we have a record-breaking finale in Season 2. I promise you won't leave the stream disappointed. Last year, the Dino Nuggets did come out on top, meaning they all had their spot guaranteed for Season 2. This year, it will be no different. The winners of Season 2 will automatically return for a Season 3. On top of that, the winners will receive custom Deadman All-Stars trophies and their names will go down in the history books forever. But I've also got a little present for all you viewers at home this Season 2. I heard your feedback loud and clear. This year, we're making a big effort to make Deadman All-Stars easier to follow. You can expect a highlight video to be dropping every single day over on the Mission Solo YouTube channel. This will round up the top moments throughout the day across every single team. We'll have player interviews to get an inside look of how it's going and current stats and standings from the tournament as well. This will be the best way to keep up to date with the event before branching out for a more in-depth look at each team by checking out our fantastic content creators. These videos will appear on the Mission Solo YouTube channel, which is my second channel and linked in the description, so make sure you go and subscribe to that channel so you don't miss out. It is different to this one. In fact, there is a video over there on that channel already where I chat through some of the changes with your favorite content creators and dive deeper into this year's All-Stars. And if that isn't enough, we also have a website this year which will act as a central hub for information on all the teams and the finale format. On deadmanallstars.com, you'll be able to discover all of our creators, take a look at recent stats, and have access to the All-Stars high scores. Lastly, I just want to finish on this point. All of this would not be possible without the support of Jagex. They've been absolutely incredible to work with. They've provided us with a world and given us the resources to make this event happen. I truly believe we're living through a golden era of Old School RuneScape, and I hope to add to that with Season 2 of Deadman All-Stars. I'll see you on the 30th of May for Day 1 of Deadman All-Stars Season 2.